there we are. Now I'm back on the edge. Now it's dropping. Oh, fish on, Daddy! Oh, he's pulling out line. Oh, did I lose him? Oh. Oh no. Did I? Oh. A lot of fish here, Tom. There we go. Got another one. Oh, I got another hit. Oh yeah, there we go. A lot of marks right there, guys. I hooked one, lost him, then hooked another one right away. Pretty classic spot. Nice little point there. Comes out. We weren't marking a lot of fish. We got on that point, started seeing more marks. It got a little more cluttered, and then it was game on. And you know, most of the traffic is behind us, so we haven't had a lot of guys working this water, so that's good. Anytime you can fish over fish that haven't been hit real hard, you're ahead of the game. Oh man, another horse. Another big fish. Wow. He's just swimming along with me. What a stud. He's gonna go crazy here in a second. Yep, I knew it. There he goes. It's like, I do not like the looks of that fat guy in the kayak. Can't say as I blame him. Oh, power dive. He's safe though. I'm gonna let him go. I already got a fish in my kayak. Woo! He's nice. Oh yeah. That's the Eagle Lake power dive right there. You got to be about tired. See if we can get him facing up right here. Nope. He's like, I'm keeping my head down. I don't like the looks of you, sir. Now, it's critical when you're in a kayak to keep forward momentum. If I wasn't keeping forward momentum, this fish would be all over the place. But I'm keeping him in the sweet spot by keeping moving forward all the time. Now he's starting to flip a little bit. He's ready. He's ready. We'll lead him up here. Head up. He's getting tireder and tireder. Here he comes. Nope, he got a little more. Okay, we'll pick that line back up. You can tell whenever you're fighting a salmon or a trout and they're starting to flip a little bit, flip over in the water, it's getting to be time. Whoa. But he's not quite ready yet. Low water temperature, plenty of oxygen. They can put up some amazing fights. Man, he's got so much stamina. Just a battle. Just a battle. I'm gonna win this battle. And I am not babying him. I'm putting as much pressure on him as I think is prudent. Here he comes. Nope. Right there. There we go. Whoa, another horse. Look at that fish. Whew. Man, oh man. Now that's a rainbow trout. Look at that, guys. That's what trolling flies can do. That's just an incredible fish. 20 plus inches long, heavy, beautiful square tail. Man, it doesn't get any better than that. I love Eagle Lake and I love rainbow trout. Man, that's just a stud. We'll revive him. Give him some oxygen. He'll tell me when it's time. He'll try to swim out of the net. Keep him in there for a little while though, because I guarantee you, he is tired. That is one tired fish. Oh yeah, he's getting ready to go now. There he goes. Another happy customer. I'm blown away. I get comments and emails and calls all the time, guys asking me, you know, do you really use lead core? Why don't you use a downrigger? Stuff like that. I own a downrigger. I have a downrigger in my kayak right now. It's up in the forward storage compartment, and I use it sometimes. I have 2 power, electric Cannon downriggers on my Duckworth, and I use them too. But I'll tell you what, if the fish are within range of my lead core, say down to about 30 feet, I am very confident that I can outfish a downrigger with my lead core rigs. And there's 2 reasons for that. First and foremost, I catch more shallow fish, say fish in that 15 to 30 foot range on lead core than I do with a downrigger, and I think it comes down to stealth. Lead core is very thin. It moves through the water and creates virtually no disturbance. Can't say that about a downrigger. You got all that cable in the water, it's vibrating, you have the ball in the water, and regardless of what it looks like on the surface, I can tell you from trolling in my kayak, that ball is oscillating, it's moving around. Now, sometimes, certainly that can attract fish, but I think a lot of the time, it scares fish and it puts them off the bite. Not all of them, but I've caught too many big fish on lead core that I just don't think I would have caught on a downrigger. I've experimented with both, and once again, if the fish are within the depth range that I can hit with lead core gets the nod because I catch more fish on lead core. I think another factor in the effectiveness of lead core is the fact that it's so convenient. It's easy for me to reel in and check my bait, see if there's debris in it. It's easy to get a lure in the water. It's easy and fast for me to reel in and change lures or change colors, change the presentation, and get it right back in the water. And this is especially true in the kayak. If I'm in a kayak, I need to pop the rod out of the downrigger, I need to crank it up, do what I'm gonna do, check the lure, put it back in the water, put it in the clip, put it back down there, and sometimes I'm reluctant to do that. So maybe I'm trolling around with a pine needle on my line for 30 minutes, because I just don't want to go through all that work when I'm trying to pedal, I'm trying to navigate, stuff like that. So I think the 2 factors at play that make lead core so effective, 1, stealth, and 2, convenience. More time with your gear in the water translates to more fish. We all know that. The more time you've got that lure in the strike zone, the more and bigger fish you're gonna catch. Now, there's a lot of different rods that you can use with lead core on the market, but there are very few rods that are designed for lead core fishing. And I've refined my hybrid lead core rig, down to the gnat's butt, so to speak. I've been fishing it for a long time, and I feel like I'm just getting it dialed in. And here's what I've been using. Now, Wes has been using a different reel, but I swear by these 5500 LCs, and I use, in terms of backing, I either use 20 or 15-pound braided line. I don't really care about that. Use 15, you got to use more backing. 20 is good. Sometimes I don't have 20, so I'll go with 15. I don't go above 20, it's too thick, and I don't go below 15, it's too prone to break if I get hung up. So I put that backing on the reel, then I put on 3 colors of lead, and then I use 1 or 2 top shots. I have a shallow rod that I use to fish, primarily from the surface to 10 feet deep, maybe 15 feet deep. That rod has a 60-foot, 17 to 20-pound fluorocarbon top shot to a trolling swivel, and off of that, I typically run a 48-inch, 10-pound test or 12-pound test fluorocarbon main leader. Now, my deep lead core rig, the rig I like to use for fishing anywhere from 10 to about 30 feet deep, it's identical to the rig I just described, except the top shot, the 17 to 20 pound test fluorocarbon, it only has about 18 feet of that, sometimes 20 feet of that
then the leader, then my offering. And that's the rod I reach for primarily for fishing 15, 20, 25 feet deep. The other one, well, I can just spool out the 60-foot top shot on top line. I can drop down one color and be 5 feet deep, but still well behind a kayak while I'm fishing shallow. And that's the system I run. And I won't get out my downrigger unless I have to fish below 30 feet deep. And then I pretty much need to use a downrigger or a diver. But until then, I'm going with the lead core. Now, in terms of rods, you know, our grandfathers, they used a giant reel and 10 colors of lead core and a super stiff rod. Well, you don't want a super stiff rod, but most of your, you know, standard trout and kokanee rods, they're just too whippy, they're too wimpy to use lead core, because when you got 3 colors of lead core out, you have upwards of an ounce of weight, even though it's spread out across the line. So check out the action on my lead core rod. It's got some play in the tip. It cushions the strikes, you get some play out of the trout, but it has a lot of backbone. It has a lot of power. It has power to handle the lead core line and a good sized lure, maybe a lure and dodger, but it also has the power to handle, you know, big hard fighting trout. And you've seen me catch them. You've seen me catch them at Davis and Elmanor and all over like that if you've been watching the channel any length of time. So to all the guys out there that ask questions about, do you really use lead core? Is it as effective as a downrigger? Short answer is, I think it's more effective than a downrigger. You can see the results right here on the channel. If I can get down to the fish using my hybrid lead core rig, I'm confident I can outfish a downrigger almost.